someone out there who, whenever they talk to them, the other person just talks nonstop and never listens to your input at all. I think we all agree that person is really annoying and we don't like talking to them. Chapter 4 is all about listening skills. And some of the things it goes over is the types of listening, poor listening skills, and then how we can improve our listening skills. And to me, I think listening is just as important as speaking is. If you want to be a good communicator, it takes 2 and 2 to do it efficiently. And I kind of consider myself a listener. I don't like to get up in front and talk in front of people that much. Kind of an introvert. But some of the types of listening are action-oriented listening, which is, that's what I like. It's short and it's concise and it gets to the point and doesn't allow much time for you to zone out and tune everything out. And then there's content-oriented listening, which goes more into depth and kind of rambles on and goes into detail. And then there's people-oriented, which it's a lot like content, except the listener focuses more on facial expression and tone of voice when they're paying attention to the speaker. And then there's time-oriented, where the listener's always like in a hurry, they're rushing things. And I think it's really important to understand the difference between hearing and listening. When you hear something, you get the sound, but when you listen, you think about the sound and you'll remember it like 5 days later. And then to be better listeners as an audience, there's a few things we can do. The first would be filter out distractions. And there's internal and external distractions. External is like your cell phone and sirens going down the street outside. And then internal is your thoughts. And I know as college students, there's a lot of those going on in our head all the time. The second thing you can do is just focus on your speaker and ask yourself questions about what they're saying. And just keep yourself tuned into the conversation. The third thing you can do is just show that you're listening by sitting up with good posture, taking notes, and while you take your notes, try and identify the main points and think about why they're saying what they're saying. And then that way you can provide constructive criticism towards them, which improves the speaker and you in future. How to ensure your audience listens as a speaker is consider their attention level. It's 9 a.m. on Tuesday morning, so for me to sit up here and talk about listening for 15 minutes straight would be cruel and unusual. And then the second thing you can do is, if it's a difficult concept, go into more detail about it so they get a better understanding. And you can also use presentation aids to help them understand things better. And my presentation aid would be my ears. Most people have 2 of them, and it really helps when you listen. So today we talked about the different types of listening, the action and content-oriented, how we can be better listeners, and how to ensure that your audience listens to you. If we all would have talked for the whole time today, no one would walk away with anything more, because you have to stop and listen to learn and become a better speaker. And I encourage all of you to not be the guy or gal that sits there and just bullies a conversation and never lets anyone else talk, and everyone else will like you better for it. Thank you.